to all my Leos out there. Please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so the cards that I come up with for the Leos are the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, clear on these cards, Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, the High Priestess, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for the Leos, okay, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Okay, Five of Swords is mostly all about, like, in other decks, rejection, right? But it can also represent you rejecting somebody else, or you wanting some form of smoke, some sort of conflict with somebody, but it represents the person may end up walking away, or they may be beaten, right? And then the Six of Swords, right? The Six of Swords is about, where is that? The Six of Swords is about an individual. Let me see it in the other deck. Hold on. Yeah, it's this card right here. It's about like sailing off somewhere. Okay. Nine of Cups. Okay, so this person, okay, so you Leos told someone off, or you wanted some sort of conflict. They didn't want it, right? Five of Swords. And then the Six of Swords is that they basically decided to set sail, or leave, right? Or you tell, or it could be a situation where you told them that you didn't want to hang out with them anymore, and they're not really listening to you at all. They're still calling, they're still texting. The Nine of Cups represents how you're letting them know that you're good. You really don't want their company anymore. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands represents how, you know, you're gonna have to, you're basically gonna have to tear them apart. You're basically gonna have to let them know you're not interested in them and walk away. Because ruthlessly, because if you don't, they're gonna deliberately act like they don't hear you. And sometimes people do that, right? When they have someone that's a good partner, right? Especially if you have a lot to offer, especially if, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you essentially, you know, you're providing something, you're not being a deadbeat or anything like that. People want to be friends. Look, and this is why I'm so harsh like this. I'm harsh like this because people should know better. People should have a better understanding, obviously, right? Not in theory. People should know better. If this person has self-respect, what kind of self-respecting person is going to want you to be on some disrespectful steez? And then when the person decides to leave you alone, stop acting like you didn't know what it was. Stop acting like, oh my gosh, I don't understand why this person is wilding out on me, because your character is bogus. I had to tell someone the same thing last night. Your character is bogus. You know, it's not your looks. You know what I'm saying? It's not your looks that bother me. It's the fact that your character's bogus. And see, the thing is that the Ace of Wands represents, again, they are deluding themselves into thinking that they coming up with all this stuff. They're bringing all this stuff to the table. It's like, okay, but if that's the case, then why is it then when you Leos want to walk away, this person wants to latch or leech themselves onto you. Like, why is it that that when you Leos decide, okay, I don't want you around, this person is almost like forcing themselves onto you? Well, no, low key, that's what it is. That's part of what it is. People low key latch themselves onto you. You let them know you're not interested. They're over here trying to be like, nah, we can still be friends. Da, da, da. You not understanding the picture. You see, you playing it off as if you too cool for school, right, Leos? They playing it off as if they too cool for school, but they're really trying to force themselves onto you. Because if they was as smooth as they tried to make themselves seem, they would have understood, they would have accepted responsibility, and they would have walked off and been like, all right, you win some, you lose some. This is what I learned. This is what I could do better next time. They're not doing that. The Two of Wands and the High Priestess they trying to make it seem like, the relationship was so good, and they don't understand why you Leos left. You Leos left because the same stuff that I was saying. Their character's bogus. Their character's BS. Their character, the way that they choose to express themselves, they telling you one thing, but the way that they choose to express themselves is bogus. And it's the stench of, well, you be out here wild, and you be out here, you Leos be out here wild, you Leos be out here running amok, you Leos be out here disrespectful. So then if you're so disrespectful, if you sow this, if you sow that, if you sow on some other stuff, if you sow in a different world, if you too out there for these people, why do they keep coming back? You know what I'm saying? And I know as a Virgo with tons of Leo in my chart, I have 4 different places in my chart, and that's just fire signs. 3 is Leo, 1 is Aries. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand what this is on. The Chariot and the King of Swords represent. It's up to you, Leos, to essentially set some sort of direction with this and tell this person off. You are not interested in anything that they've got going on. This is some BS. You know what I'm saying? It's inverted. You understand what I'm saying? Their perception is inverted, and you have to be the one to let them know, nah, you're not rocking with it. Let's clarify the King of Swords. You have the Justice, right? You have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Exactly. You have to establish justice for yourself and let them know what time it is for real. Because if you don't, right, and let them know that the relationship is over. Because if you don't, they're not gonna take the hint deliberately. It's funny how people always want you or other people to take the hint, but at the same time, when it's time for them to take the hint, they sitting up there. You'll tell them, look, I'm busy. You want to hang out? Nah, I don't really want to hang out. Well, is there another time that I can call you? It's like, so that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.